Hi everyone, I am back with part 2 of my process videos for the Doily Mini, and in part 1 we did the front cover. We covered most of it, but I will still have more embellishing to do on it, towards the end. So now in part 2 we're going to do pages 1 and 2. So this is page 1, and what I do is I make sure I have it centered and I know where it's going to be that way, and then what I do is I turn it directly around, leave it like that, and that's how I start that page, so that I know when you open it up it's going to be up and down. Okay, so I got the things together that I want to use, and first of all, this is the image I'm going to use, and I want to cover the doily. So I'm first going to cover it with this doily because it covers the whole the whole perimeter. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue here and there. It's not going to take much because so much is going to go on top of it that it's going to glue most of it down anyway. So I'm just going to glue a few spots. Make sure it doesn't move. Do a little bit right here, and then a little on this side. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for now. I can always go back towards the end and glue it down more if it needs it. Okay, and then I'm going to take this doily here, and it's got a stain on it, but that's okay because number one, I'm going to put it down towards the bottom and on the other side, so you're not even going to see it. Alright, so I'm going to center that. I'm going to check. I'm going to put the image in the middle here, and I'm going to check to make sure that it's where I want it to be. So I'm going to leave it right there, and then I'm going to put just a little bit of glue in the middle. And let me get my spatula. Okay. Alright. And then the next thing I'm going to do is put the dangles down the bottom, because that's gonna, and I have some different dangles here. I've already cut the pieces so we can cut down the video time. You don't need to see me cutting things up. Alright, so this one, it's a little bit wide, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that over, and I want it to hang low, because I don't need it really high. And let me put a little glue here. Then I'm going to do the same on this side. So I'm going to fold that in, and I'm going to put some glue there. Okay. Alright. So then I'm going to start with my layers. Let me make sure I have the right side. Some of these, though, you really can't tell. Okay, I think this is the correct side. So I picked this one to go next. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that, yeah, okay, that'll be fine. Alright, so this one's going to go next. So we're just going to do a thin line right there, and then we'll carry it all the way across. And let me just get that. And then the next one I'm going to do is this piece here. And I'm going to center that. I'm going to put it just a little above so that this doesn't get so bulky on the bottom. And then we're going to glue that down, and we'll do the rest of that. And if you hear a noise in the background, it's one of my fans. It's been 90 degrees today, and I don't like air conditioning, so I have a couple of fans. One of them's a ceiling fan that makes no noise, but I forgot to turn off my other fan. Although I don't know if I could be doing this if I turned it off. I think it would be too hot. So hopefully it's not too loud. So I'm going to put this one on the top. And wait a minute, I think, okay, I did get it. It's this one, this way that I want it to go. The shiny side up. Okay, so we're going to put that down. And then that there. Okay. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the photo down, the image. And I'm just going to put a little in the middle. And I'm going to put her right there. Okay, and then I picked this trim here, and I'm going to go around the image with it. So I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to go around. So let's put some glue down there. And then we're just going to continue to go all the way around. So I know some of this is kind of tedious, but you know, if you want to know the different steps of, you know, how I make my doily minis, then this really isn't a part that you want to skip. Okay, and this isn't, I'm going to put a little bit under the image because that's not totally, okay. And then put some more there. Then I'm going to cut it. We don't need it under there, so I'll cut it right in the middle there. Because then that's just going to add a little more bulk to it. Okay, there. And I think that came out pretty good. All right, and then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take this piece here. Okay, that's the right side. And I'm going to add it to the sides like that. So I'm going to put a little there first, and then a little there, and then I will put more in here. Okay, and then this piece here I'm going to put right about here, like that. Okay. All right, and then I want to add a little glue here just to hold it down more. And there'll definitely be more embellishing on there. So that's, so far, that's this first page. And between the front and the back, you can see there's already a nice amount of dangle trim hanging without using very much of it. So this is page number 1. Okay, and now we're going to do page number 2. And so here's number 2. And I keep them side by side, so I'm going to center that how I want it, and then so that when you open it up, it won't be crooked. So this is going to be the pocket page. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this piece here. This was from a curtain, and I'm going to add that here to the top, like that. Okay. Then I'm going to add just a little bit on a couple of these, just to keep it down. I'm going to leave that open though, because I'm not sure if I might want to put something on the top there. Alright, and then here's the piece for the pocket. It's gonna go like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of cut that like that. And then there'll be things on the side, so I'm not going to have any rough edges. Alright, so I'm only going to go along the bottom here, because you've got to leave the pocket as deep as you can. Okay, so then I can just kind of fix that a little better. There, that's better. Okay. And then we're going to start layering. I have some more that's all ready. I'm going to clip that off though, because you're not going to see it, and we don't need it. Alright, now actually I'm going to clip more than that off. Okay. Alright, so, and before I forget, I have to do the sides. I almost forget that part. Okay, so you do it as close to the edge as you can. Okay, and then I'm going to do it around this edge. And I'm going to do it on the doily edge so that I don't want to glue it flat, because then when you do that, there's not that much give. There's more give if you do it that way on the other side. At least I found it that way. Alright, so there's the pocket. Okay, and now we're gonna do some layers of dangles. Now, because of the pocket, what you want to do is you want to keep it to the bottom. So I just flip it up, make sure I'm on the right end, and then I'm gonna just glue there. Whoops! Whoa! Sorry. It got caught in the strap. I am so sorry. That's gonna be a bloop. Well, it'll be a blooper that's left in there because I can't edit. So I have to keep it in, and obviously I can't start over. So whatever happens in these videos, it's gonna stay because there's no way of starting over. I've already glued. So I'm so sorry. Alright, so there is the first layer. Okay, and then here's the second layer that I decided to use on this one. So this one I'm gonna put a little higher. And then, like I said, everything at the end will be finished off, so you won't be seeing any rough edges or anything. So let's and that's fine. Okay, and then this is the next one. I love this one. So we're going to put that right there. And that one's going right there. And then this is the last one, and this is a piece from a doily piece that I think it was hand done, and I think it's vintage. So I'm gonna position it so that it all looks, I thought I could maybe cover that up, but I'm going to have to use something else. But I am going to position it so that it just kind of frames the bottom like that. And then I'll have to decide what to do. I might even just cut those pieces off and leave it like that, but we'll see. Alright, so let's put that there. I'm just going to go right along like that. And I'll tell you, this is where the detail glue gun comes in really nicely. A minimum amount of hot glue, but as long as you really press it on there, it's not going to go anywhere. And even though the pages may not look very colorful yet, they will be. I'm going to put that up there. They will be when it's done. Okay. Alright, so now I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, but I am going to cut those off. Because no matter what I do, it's not gonna matter. Because it's not going to be shown anyway. Alright, so we gotta cut this one off. There, okay. Alright, so the only thing that needs done is to cover that rough edge. Now let me see how this works. I'm not sure if this will work or not, but let me see. Actually, I think that might work pretty well. Alright, so I think we can cut it right here. Oops. Alright, this is the right side. And just going to go right along here. And then I can position it so that it's straight. Okay. And there's some color anyway. Alright, so here are the first two pages. Very roughly done. I am not through embellishing it or anything, so it's not going to look really right until I start embellishing, but that just shows you, a start. So now we're going to put them together, and you can see there's already lots of dangles there, and you can see on this side all the dangles. Okay, so that is it. That's pages 1 and 2. The next video will be pages 3 and 4. So I hope you stick with me. I know, as I said, it's not going to look like much until we start embellishing, but I promise it's going to look a lot better when we get more into everything. So thanks for watching, everyone, and leave a comment if you'd like, and let me know what you think. So bye for now.